What is up, guys? This is Reaper Fear bringing you a Tenchu Z video, part 17, I do believe. And today I want to talk about the, I guess, state fairs. Let's talk about state fairs or county fairs or whatever you want to talk about. But before I get into that, I'd just like to say leave a like rating if you like the video, and remember to subscribe if you want to see more. So without further ado, let's get into the topic. County fairs. So I went to a fair today, and I think I've said it before in previous videos, but I'm not a big fan of fairs. They're generally, I just don't like the atmosphere, really. It's all really sometimes rude people and pushing and bumping and food that's nowhere near good for you, and the tractor pulls, and it's noisy and it's dusty, and they can be pretty awful sometimes. But I've noticed recently that a lot of county fairs and stuff like that are really dying out. I mean, I used to live in Vermont, and we had the Champlain Valley Fair, and that I've seen in pictures has gotten a lot smaller in the past, since 10 or so years since I've been there, at least. But I just want to talk about why that is. And I think a big reason, a part of that, is because the fair is so expensive, and people just don't have the money for it anymore. I mean, to get in today, it was $5, and that was on a day where it's half price, so it's normally like $9 or $10 to get in. And right there, you're out 1/10 of $100. That's, I mean, I could go to a movie and get a small popcorn and a ticket for $10. And I mean, I guess that's just the small town I live in, but I realize that movie tickets in larger towns are a lot more money. But I can go and get a movie ticket and a small popcorn for $10, and so haha, the people will have to pay more. But it's really interesting because today it was pretty nice out, I guess. I would say it was maybe 60-65 degrees, and it was cloudy, then sunny. It never rained. Excuse me. But there still weren't a lot of people there. I mean, even the rides were like deserted. I think fair rides are really becoming a part of the previous world, because there is no one going on the rides. I mean, they're all labeled as the infamous ride that shatters and poor Jimmy falls off and becomes a paraplegic. But it's definitely hard for those people who work for like professional carnies and stuff like that, and the people who work for the fairgrounds, because the fairgrounds usually hire most of the worst. I mean, I saw a guy there with 2 filled-in teardrops under his eye, which, I mean, anyone can get that tattoo, but it's a prison tattoo for how many people you've killed. So he was pretty rough around the edges there, and I mean, that was pretty interesting. But you know, you always find those different sort of people fair, the previous convicts and stuff like that. And I mean, most of them are reformed. They're a lot of fun. And I mean, the fair is just, there are some really good people at the fair, like the people who go and they set up their own stands and sell food and stuff like that, and they're really helpful and they're really nice to you. But there are some people who just don't care. There are some people there that would rather spit on your face than to serve you anything. But they have to, because it's their job, so you know that whole shindig. I imagine many of you are in service jobs or something like that, waiters or waitresses and hosts and hostesses who just, they see that big party come in 6 minutes before you close, and you're like, alright, well, it's time to load the shotgun and take out some people tonight, so I'm going to prison. But anyways, it was, I don't usually enjoy fairs, but it was pretty fun today. I ate a lot of food and spent a lot of money, and was not very happy that I spent so much money, but you know, it's the fair. You double pretty much anything the price of that you'd normally find. Like a medium coffee was like $2.50. So, anyways, it was pretty interesting. I went last year too, and it was a lot smaller than I remember it. I mean, there was a few rides missing. There was definitely a few booths missing. I remember a lot more booths. There are a lot less animals than there were. So I think it's just become something where a lot of people don't become invested in it because it is so expensive as a um, commodity, and a lot of people were the only people I think that were making a ton of money were the people that were offering parking for $5 a spot. So to get good parking, that's $5. To get in, that's $10. And if say you stay for 4 or 5 hours and you do no rides, and you're bound to play a couple of games, which will probably run you $3-4 a piece. And you'll probably want a couple things to eat, and those will run you maybe $5-6 a piece. So walking into the fair as a single person, you're already out like $20-30. And then if you're a parent, you have to bring your kids, and you have to pay for all of their stuff. So that's another $50-60 for 2 kids, or $80-90 if your kids are really into those games. And then you, of course, your spouse if you go with them, and that's a $30 or $40, and of course the gas to get there, and you're out a good $300, $200-300 in a day. In a day that's supposed to be fun, but all you can watch is your wallet drain away into the absolute pit of nothingness that is no money. And I would say pretty surely that is why not many people go to the carnival anymore, or to the fun fair. The only, I mean, as nerd as it sounds, but I'm a history buff, and I would love to go to Carnivale in Rome, in Italy. I think that would just be so much fun. The masquerade and that whole shindig. But it was, look at that guy just walking around like, you better not come in here and stab me. I'll make sure you die. But, anyways, it was, I wouldn't say it was a super enjoyable day, but it was fun, and there were, I mean, I just want to say my reason on why the carnivals and fairs are dying as a breed. I think they could come back, but not until, I mean, it's really because I don't want to really talk recession politics, but the thing behind a recession is the people spending money. So you give the people more money so they'll spend money, but they don't spend the money because they really want to save the money. And so it's really hard to keep on keeping on. So I'm waiting for this guy to see if he'll get up, and he does. I was so surprised because if you normally if you sneak attack people from behind, they don't get up again. But you know, whatever. Disobey the laws, I'll kill you. But anyways, it was definitely a little lackluster, I'll say. And I was looking for like the 6 archers that were shooting me here, and it was one freaking guy who shot like 6 arrows in under 20 seconds. It was ridiculous. And here's this guy, and I just slash him across the chest and kill him. What an idiot. But anyways, it's definitely been an interesting experience. I don't know if I'll go next year. I probably will. My girlfriend ends up dragging me because she's pretty awesome and makes me do stuff that I don't really want to do. So everyone else knows how I feel. So it was fun though. I definitely took some recommendations. Acid Blackouts. I definitely did get some fries from King and Queens and got some lemonade with extra sugar. So until next time, guys, this is Reaper Fear. Hoping you have a good day, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.